The movie begins with our protagonist, Anna, the sole caretaker of her brother Conrad, who is battling terminal pancreatic cancer. One day, without Anna's permission, Conrad hires a lawyer named Charlotte to help arrange his final will and testament, as he doesn't have much time left. He sets everything up, leaving only Anna's signature required. Charlotte wants to help Conrad because she cares for Anna and tries to convince her to accept the reality, but Anna refuses to sign the documents. After the lawyer leaves, we see Anna and Conrad embracing. As part of his last wishes, Conrad tells Anna that she is strong now and cannot stay confined forever. He also tells her she needs to go out into the world and forgive their father for the wrongs of the past. However, Anna refuses to even consider forgiving him. Later that night, Conrad passes away in his sleep, leaving Anna alone in the house. The next day, after Conrad's body is taken away, Dan, their usual delivery guy, arrives with some food. Anna invites him in, and he tries to comfort her in her grief. Dan expresses his desire to leave the town, but he doesn't have enough money. This prompts Anna to offer him a bag of money, saying that she has a lot of it and doesn't know what to do with it now that her brother is gone. Dan politely declines, saying he cannot accept it. In the next scene, Anna prepares to attend Conrad's funeral but finds it difficult to bring herself to leave the house. Meanwhile, Conrad's lawyer repeatedly calls her landline, hoping Anna will attend the service, but instead, Anna decides to boil water, possibly for tea. Soon after, a suspicious vehicle pulls up in front of the house, and 3 men exit. Frightened, Anna hides under the kitchen table as the men break into her home and begin searching each room for something. When the kettle whistles, it draws the men's attention. Realizing she needs to hide somewhere else, Anna sneaks out of the kitchen and upstairs moments before the men enter the kitchen. Once the men notice the boiling water, they realize someone is home. They cut the phone line to prevent Anna from calling for help and begin searching for her. One of the men, Perry, decides to check upstairs. He eventually finds Anna, causing her to run towards the front door, but her anxiety attacks return, and she stops before she can escape. The intruders are startled to find her, and their leader, JP, begins questioning her about where she keeps the money. Perry, impatient and cruel, suggests they kill her and burn the house down when they're done, so he brings a can of gasoline inside. However, Van, the more reasonable one, strongly objects to this and tells them they should leave. JP and Van then leave to search for the money, leaving Anna under Perry's watch. Meanwhile, the sociopathic Perry taunts Anna about how funny it was that she froze at the front door earlier. At this point, it is revealed that Anna suffers from agoraphobia, a fear of the outside world, and hasn't left the house in 10 years, ever since her father died. Upon learning this, Perry decides to exploit her condition and drags her to the balcony, causing her to panic. JP intervenes and takes Anna back inside. At this point, Anna is so terrified that she wets herself. JP tries to ask her again where the money is, but Anna, clearly having a mental breakdown, is unable to respond. They leave her in Van's care while JP and Perry continue searching the house. Van gives Anna clean sweatpants to change into, but she doesn't respond. Meanwhile, JP and Van started exploring the basement and accidentally discovered multiple doors, one of which had no handle. Instead of backing off, Anna tried talking to Van and told him she was not like the other 2 intruders. This angered Van, who told Anna that this was all his idea and that they would not let her go. At that moment, Dan, the catering guy, intervened and pulled Van away. Surprisingly, Van called out Dan's name, revealing that they knew each other, which shocked Anna. She ran out of the room to hide. The commotion caught the attention of JP and Perry, who regrouped in the living room and realized that Anna had escaped from Van. Perry and Van decided to search for Anna while JP tied Dan to a chair in frustration. Perry, in a fit of anger, grabbed Anna's pet bird and threatened to kill it to lure her out. When Anna did not come out, Perry killed the bird and joined JP and Dan in the living room. Meanwhile, Anna hid in the bathroom, where Van eventually found her. In a panic, Anna accidentally stabbed Van in the throat, killing him. She then dragged Van's body to the basement. JP and Perry, thinking Van could handle Anna, rushed downstairs and realized their mistake when they found Van's lifeless body in the basement. They spotted Anna escaping through a door, disappearing from sight. Shortly after, Anna successfully returned upstairs, where she pulled a suspicious lever that caused the basement stairs to retract into the walls, trapping the intruders in the basement. At this point, the situation flipped. Anna approached Dan, who was tied up, and sat next to him, furious that they had tried to rob her on the day of Conrad's funeral. She demanded Dan explain himself. Dan revealed that he was friends with Van but not the other men. He told Van that Anna was alone and offered him a lot of money but didn't expect Van to rob her. Hearing this, Anna became enraged and mercilessly broke Dan's finger before dragging him to the basement door. She told him that none of this would have happened if he had just taken the money.
None of this would have happened if you would have just taken the money.
After this, Anna went to a room where she monitored the basement and watched Dan and the other intruders. It was revealed that Dan had dislocated his neck, and one of the men helped him realign it. Then, Anna opened the basement door and told them there was a first aid kit in the next room. Frustrated, Perry stomped on Dan's leg, but JP tried to be diplomatic, entering what appeared to be a child's clean room. However, the door shut behind him because Anna had a special controller that controlled everything in the basement. Perry, unwilling to be trapped, began slamming himself against the door and managed to break it open. He found an empty chair and a room with a rope, discovering that this room was right next to the one where JP was. But shortly after, the hallway lights went out. Curious, Perry walked back into the hallway, and the lights turned on again, revealing a hole in the wall. When he looked inside, he saw a set of stairs. However, just as he was about to tell JP about it, Anna suddenly appeared behind him and struck him on the head with a hammer. This led to a struggle, where Perry managed to knock Anna to the floor and began strangling her. But due to his recent head injury, his grip weakened, and Anna eventually killed him. Not long after, Conrad's lawyer, Charlotte, entered the house to check on Anna, questioning why Dan's car was outside. Meanwhile, in the basement, Dan found a cooler, and upon opening it, he was shocked to discover a frozen corpse. Upstairs, Anna grabbed a knife and prepared to attack Charlotte. At the same time, Dan found the hole in the wall and started climbing the stairs, knocking on the ceiling at the top. Charlotte heard the knocking, but Anna quickly convinced her it was just the radiator. Charlotte accepted this and left the house. Afterward, Anna went to the basement, found Dan, and locked him in a small closet. She then went to another room where she could watch JP through a one-way mirror hidden behind a painting. Using her special controller, Anna opened the wardrobe doors, releasing Dan from the closet. JP, now suspicious that Anna was watching them through the mirror, attempted to break it. Anna then spoke through a speaker, informing him that the glass was bulletproof. She ordered JP to put on a dress from the drawer, and, annoyed, he complied because he had no other choice. JP speculated that Conrad, Anna's late brother, was insane, and together they lured victims to the house to kill them while Anna watched and communicated with them. JP's words triggered Anna, who refused to accept the insults. She handed a folder through a hole and explained that she and Conrad used to kidnap pedophiles to teach them a lesson because their late father, who had abused Anna when she was young, was also a pedophile. One day, Conrad killed him, and since then, Anna had never left the house. Upon hearing this, JP sarcastically taunted her, bringing up her trauma and saying her father and brother enjoyed killing people. He suggested that Anna liked watching it. JP's comments triggered Anna's anxiety, and she told him to shut up, starting to cry. Dan also told JP to stop. Anna then revealed that there was a revolver in the room and ordered Dan to kill JP, promising to release him if he did. Dan, too kind-hearted, refused. Enraged, JP pushed Dan and grabbed the gun himself, threatening to kill Dan if Anna didn't release them. Reluctantly, Anna let them go. JP and Dan managed to escape the house, dragging Van's body with them. But JP, seeking revenge for Anna killing his brother, decided not to flee. Instead, he poured gasoline throughout the house. In the end, Anna gave him the money to persuade him not to burn the house down. However, JP, no longer caring about the money, started a fight with Anna. Anna eventually escaped, running upstairs. JP, furious, followed her and pinned her to the bed, revealing that he wanted to do to her what her father did before killing her. Fortunately, Dan arrived and told him to stop. Distracted, JP allowed Anna to seize the revolver and shoot him. Afterward, Anna and Dan walked back to the living room in silence. They sat down, looking at each other, and Dan left by closing the door behind him. For some reason, Anna decided to confront her agoraphobia and set the house on fire along with its secrets. She then walked away from the burning house to live the life her brother wanted for her, and the movie ends there.